Hey everybody, Logan here. And today I'm bringing you some news because, well, I saw it this morning and I thought, this has got to be credible, right? Not to say anything against the website, because honestly I know absolutely nothing about the website called Xfire. I've seen it pop up in my Google feed a couple times here and there, but I don't know how credible this is, but so take it with a grain of salt. But according to them, and another source in which they cited from someplace I'd never heard of, I'm like, hey, maybe if this is real, let me get out in front of it. Sony has officially ended the PlayStation 4 lifecycle. So I read the article. I was like, yeah, I see what you're trying to say there, but let me read the whole thing to you, and you see if you believe the life cycle has ended. After committing to manufacturing more PS4 units earlier this year, Sony has stopped reporting the sales figure for the best-selling console. So you're going to see that being a theme of the article. It's just in. Sony has ended the PlayStation 4. You guys know I can't say that on YouTube, right? Okay. Sony has officially ended the PlayStation 4 lifecycle. I like how it's officially. Those air quotations do. This is one of the biggest takeaways from Sony's latest gaming earnings report. Stick with me. Make no mistake, the focus is still on the slight hit that video game unit sales took in the last quarter. Slight hit. It's been rough. Do you see those Activision numbers? But as Tweaktown points out, it also served as the end certification for the PlayStation 4. Who's Tweaktown? What's a Tweaktown? And there's the link. I don't follow it. According to Tweaktown, all the Sony earnings reports from 2014 until the quarter before its latest one had a section specifically for PS4 console shipments. And quarter 122 report did not have such a section. Well, if you guys have been to a store recently, any store, PlayStations are no longer on store shelves. Whether this covers worldwide, that I don't know, but as of the US, you can't go into a store and find new PlayStation 4 consoles. From my understanding, what they've done is they pulled back completely on PlayStation 4 manufacturing to put more into the PlayStation 5 manufacturing due to chip shortage. So, reporting that there's no PlayStation 4s to be had or anything like that, that's probably the reason. Whether they've just decided to end the life cycle or end it completely, this isn't the end of the life cycle. Life cycle means they've stopped making everything, you name it, games, whatnot, and we know there's more games coming out, especially God of War Ragnarok. And self-promotion, watch my God of War on Xbox video I just put up yesterday. You want to see some funny? Watch that. Instead, Sony replaced it with a section for PS5 sales. This is a signal for the end of the PS4. And then again, this was a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Okay. Sony first launched the PS4 in 2013 with this confirmation. It appears that Sony's earlier statement that it will make 1 million more PS4 units for this year was for the last batch. We don't know that. A lot of this article is speculation, and I know there are people who want to get a PS4 because they can't get a PS5, or they need to replace their PS4. But even PS4s on the secondhand market, on the used market, they're the price of new ones. It's ridiculous. Now that Sony is expected to stop producing more PS4 units, PS4 sales will top out at 117.2 million. It's not quite enough to topple the PlayStation 2's record at 155 million, but it should secure a top 5 finish of all time, as the Nintendo Switch is expected to eclipse its sales in the next few years after already outselling the PS4 in the United States. Speculation has it will top out this year. I don't know about that. I don't know if it'll top out by holiday season this year. But walk into any store. Can you find a Switch? Yeah. You can find OLEDs. You can find the Animal Crossing version. You can find Switch lights. That's what's going to happen. Parents are going to buy their children's Switches because you can't get a PS5. At the end of the day, this is good news for PlayStation fans. Sony eventually had to stop supporting the 8th generation console with this revelation. God of War Ragnarok is the last big exclusive to be playable on the PlayStation 4. Although this would mean that the PS4 owners will need to upgrade to the PS5 to enjoy future exclusives. Well, that makes sense. We're at the end of a generation. And, well, if you want to say it, because it's been 2 years and you still can't walk into a store and buy a PlayStation 5. Although this would mean the PS4 owners will need to upgrade to the PS5 to enjoy future exclusives, Sony is making sure that more of its flagship console will become available. In the same report, Sony confirmed that it will start to ship more PS5 consoles this fiscal year than ever before. Well, they kind of need to, especially if they're discontinuing the PlayStation 4. But we've seen this before. We've seen it where they've actually said, hey, we believe in generations. This is it for the PS4. We're not going to be making all these games for the PS5 and PS4. And we saw how that ended up. God of War. So, if Sony succeeds with its plan, it will ship 18 million PS5 systems through the current fiscal year. This is a new PlayStation sales record. Shipping is different than selling. In the meantime, PS4 and PS5 owners can enjoy blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. I don't know what to make of this. Sony hasn't been shipping PlayStation 4s to retailers for quite some time. We do know that they have actually pretty much just stopped selling them at retail. It's hard to get them new. It's hard to get them used. You can still get original PS4 models if you want a pre-owned one, but they're the same price as brand new. So that's just mainly because people are trying to replace their PS4 units that have been broken or stopped working. Our PlayStation 4 has known to have a few issues over its life cycle, but nothing serious. But yeah, and then there are people that want to play these games that don't have a PS4. They're like, man, I want to play Horizon. Wow, I want to play God of War, and they can't. So with that PS4, they'd still be able to do it, but with nothing concrete. And I'm not seeing this reported over other sites. I've actually looked it up. If you try to Google this issue, you're going to get articles from the beginning of 2021. So I figured, hey, what the heck? Let me bring this to you. Let me tell you about what I've seen and what I haven't seen. So you take it with a grain of salt. Think what you want. Believe what you want. As you can see, this came out July 31st, 2022, and today is the 2nd. And no other sites have reported on it but them, and now I'm relaying that message is pretty much what I'm doing. So I'm not 100% sure on how this is going to end up. I think it is the end of a life cycle. It needs to be, but will it be? Maybe, maybe not. I just don't know. Sony has kind of been back and forth on it, especially with the whole thing of generations. We'll see. I guess only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, now's the time to do it. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, head on over to our socials, follow us over there at RBG_retro on Twitter, at Red Bandana Gaming on Instagram and Facebook. I am most active on Instagram, but I have tried to pick up my activity on Twitter lately. I'm just not a fan of it in general, but hey, I'm trying to get I guess be more interactive with the community out there, with the Gaming Red Bandana subscribers and follower community. I'm trying. But like I always say, be legendary. Thanks again. Hit that subscribe button.